All right, so I'm doing a series on the flat Earth ideology, and in this video, we're going to talk about the debate space, or what I would like to call challenging flat Earth. So let's talk about it. So if you fell into this whole flat Earth versus globe debacle here on TikTok or on any social media platform, and you're interested in challenging the flat earthers in this space, there's probably some things that you need to learn about before just jumping right in. So this video is going to be talking about those things that I've learned over the past year that will probably help you in the long run. So first and foremost, number one, listening. You're going to have to go in and just listen to the Flat Earth Lives. And don't engage, don't question, just listen. And then if you're wanting to go down this rabbit hole, you'll start seeing a bunch of flat earth videos pop up on the FYP and so on and so forth. But the biggest thing to do is just to listen to what flat earthers think and what they believe and feel and so on and so forth. And this will get you to understand a lot of the talking points on their side and just look into that and see why they think that way. So listening is the biggest. Now, the second thing to do, and it's probably going to be the hardest thing to do for everyone, is actually going out and testing things. When I started this a year ago, I actually just listened to what flat earthers said, and they said you have to go do your own research and you've got to do your own observations. So I went out and I started doing my own observations, testing measurements outside, measuring the position of the sun in the sky, measuring its angular size, all those kinds of things. There's a lot of other things you can do with telescopes and a plethora of other things that you can do. So find something that you're interested in doing and actually going out and verifying the globe before going after the flat Earth. I kind of did it backwards. I actually tried to verify the flat Earth, found that I couldn't ever verify the flat Earth, but took those same measurements and observations and then showed how it actually worked on the globe. So if you're really wanting to do this and you've got time to spare, go and actually do these observations, tests, and measurements, the things that I've done and other people have done. And that will really help you understand the world that you live on. It'll help you to understand more about how the Earth works. And it will give you some credibility, and we'll talk about credibility in a minute, in that space. So just arguing with people in the comment section, just spilling facts back and forth between each other, it really doesn't do anything at the end of the day, because it's trusting in the evidence. And it's not about the evidence, but trusting in the evidence. So that's going to be probably the biggest one for everyone to do if they're interested in doing this. So this leads into the third part, which is credibility and integrity. So when you're presenting this information, presenting this data, you have to show that you're in a credible and you have the integrity behind it, that you're going to do the following. One is you're going to state your claim. Two, you're going to explain the claim or describe the claim if you need to. And then three, you're going to provide evidence, demonstrable, verifiable evidence to support your claim. Those are the three biggest things in this space that will be the most successful for people. Now, what flat earthers mostly do is they just state a claim and maybe explain the claim, but they never provide any demonstrable evidence to support their claim. Meaning, like when I ask a flat earther to show a horizontal sundial working on a flat Earth when I've shown it working on a globe. Just make sure that you come into the arguments with credible, verifiable evidence that either you verified yourself or that you took yourself, and then have that type of integrity to be able to stand up and make a claim and be able to provide evidence of that claim. So credibility and integrity is very important. Now, this is a double-edged sword, and this is why I say you need to, have all of your observations, tests, and measurements ready to go, because What I do is I ask when somebody presents evidence to me, I basically ask, how did you verify that information? So, somebody gets a video off of YouTube and it says, hey, look, this flat earther shows, it's not curving or whatever. And I say, okay, well, you presented that evidence to me. How did you verify that that evidence is accurate? How do you verify that the measurements that they're giving on the video is accurate? How do you verify that anything that was presented to you, that you're presenting to me, is actually credible? And if they can't verify the evidence that they're presenting, then it's not credible evidence for them. And they're just showing that they don't have very much integrity. But that can also be a double-edged sword for you, because if you're presenting evidence that you have not verified yourself, then they can go and say, well, you're not credible, or the evidence that you're presenting is not credible, because you haven't verified it yourself. It's not the evidence that's important at the end of the day. It is the trust in the evidence. And so you have to be able to present credible evidence in your case. But as well, since I've got all of my evidence, I ask flat earthers to do that as well. And the majority of the time, 9 times out of 10, flat earthers are not going out and doing their own observations, tests, and measurements, as I've seen throughout the year. And so when I ask them this question, they don't respond, because they know that they didn't verify it in any way, shape, or form. And so they just kind of, go silent and move on. And this one's also very important. Don't defend the globe. Flat earthers always control the narrative, tend to control the narrative, and whoever controls the narrative controls the questions, controls the debate. So don't get caught in defending a globe. Go on the stance of asking the flat earthers to verify their model. The objective truth is that we are on a sphere. They're going to have to demonstrate how they can show with evidence that we're on a globe. So don't be in the position of defense, be in the position of going after the flat earth model and not, again, defending the globe model. And when you're thinking about all this stuff, just keep it simple. When you're asking for something, make it a simple request. Can you tell me how far away the sun is on a flat earth model? Can you tell me how far the moon away is from the flat earth model? Can you verify the flat earth model? Can you tell me how you verified yourself that the earth is flat? Those are the questions that you can ask in a very respectful way to see how they can defend their model, because the problem is they can't defend their flat earth model because nobody understands the flat earth model. There's 14 different types of flat earth models. Some have different ideologies on the flat earth. So getting them to, try to explain the flat earth model is the best way of going about this, in my opinion. Another thing to do is just don't switch topics, right? If we're talking about a certain thing, don't talk about something else. So if a flat earther makes a video about something, don't make in the comments about something else that's not related to the video. If you can go after the video in question, go after the video in question. Nobody likes, on either side, people to jump topics to try to prove something, right? If you can't disprove that particular evidence, just don't worry about it and move on and find something else that you think that you're comfortable disproving. It's very simple to do that. So that one's a pretty easy one. Now, this is probably going to be one of the hardest ones as well. Don't argue in the comments. It's pointless to argue topics in the comments because it's just basically opinions going after each other. If you're really wanting to do this and you feel like you are called to do this, make videos. Don't do anything in the comments, because just arguing in the comments really isn't doing anything for you. Other than that, if you got any questions or comments, let me know. If you want me to go into deep dive into some other things that I didn't go into here, just let me know as well. And you guys have a great day.